Good morning, everyone. Good morning. And we're starting a beautiful new day. With Moshiach any moment now. Let's give charity, help the others, give from what we have to others, like God gives to us everything. We have to be in God's image and also give. And let us praise the creator of the universe. Hodul Hashem, Kitov, Kilo, Vazdo. That God, with his infinite goodness, is creating us every moment and giving us life and love and happiness and forgiveness for any mistakes we've made. So now, ready, let's go. So we're learning now from the Sefer Torah Ohr. Sefer Torah Ohr, what's going on over here? Oh, is a book written, it's a compilation of speeches that were given by the first Rebbe of Chabad, written, said and written. There we go. Okay. And here we're talking about what exactly is the positive message from Noah that we can learn to our generation. So the answer is that this world has a lot of negative things in it, a lot of frustration, a lot of pain, a lot of disappointments. The world is very cruel. Sometimes the world can be very, very, very confusing and frightening and depressing. And the world is filled, and a lot of times people find that the solution, bad solutions, it pushes sometimes people to do drastic, impulsive things, which basically that's what all the religions in the world are a result of. The pressures, the difficulties of the world, death, everybody dies, very scary. Huh? You die, you don't know what's going to happen. And guilt in the world, right? Of maybe I didn't do what I was supposed to do. I did something wrong. I'm going to get punished. And pain. There's pain and there's suffering. So that sometimes pushes people to take all sorts of drastic moves, to find all sorts of reactions to the world. So the Rebbe is trying to tell us here that don't let the world confuse you. Don't let the world scare you. Don't let the world make you do things that are rash or improper or to how do you say, in the wrong direction. So what are we supposed to do? So let's look at the principle. Let's look at it in general. What's the Rebbe trying to say? The world is a creation. The world is a creation of God, and God is creating it all the time. And everything that happens in the world, everything that happens in the world is with the direction of the Creator. And it's all for a purpose. And that purpose is to reveal what I just said, that there's a Creator and the Creator is creating everything. And he wants everyone to be unique and individual and happy and healthy and to do what we're supposed to do in the world, to improve the world. And then God will take over. I mean, we just have to do, our 50% or 20% or 1%. After we do it, we realize that we really didn't do anything, that it was all the Creator gave us life. He gave us the ability to make the right choices, etc. So, okay. So the Rebbe says like this, what's that got to do with Noah? That in Noah's time, there was the generation really got off track. It really got off track. The world and human nature pushed them into making big mistakes, going totally against God. And there was a big flood, and the flood washed away all the bad things. So the Rebbe explains that the flood was not a punishment. The flood was a purification. It just happened to be that back then, things got like so bad that there was just nothing left to be redeemed. There's nothing redeemable. So because of that, God had no choice other than to wipe the whole world out. Right? He didn't want to do it. And one of the signs that he didn't want to do it was there was one family that he left alone, and that was a family that didn't succumb to the pressures and confusion of the world, temptations of the world, and that was Noah. So Noah, he set the whole tone for all mankind afterwards. So now it's not necessary. It'll never be necessary again to make a flood. Now, if people do sins, they make mistakes. So all they have to do is just turn to God. Just turn to God and just this. But okay, this nature that people have to turn to God, to turn to the Creator, that's what the Rebbe is trying to bring out over here. The Rebbe is trying to bring out the solution. The solution is turn to the Creator. Realize that there's a Creator. He's creating you. He loves you. If you're alive, it's a sign that God loves you. If you exist, it's a sign that God wants you to do right and that you are redeemable, no matter what mistakes you did. Maybe you didn't do any mistakes, doesn't it? There's no such thing as everybody is sinners. There's no such thing. But everybody has the inclination to make mistakes. And everybody in the world is ignorant. Everyone is just ignorant because no one can possibly really know what God is in God's essence. But you can know, and it's a commandment, to know as much as possible about God. Especially what I just finished telling you, that God created you, and God creates you, and He's creating you for a purpose. And when there are troubles in the world, and when a person meets up with misfortune, God forbid, because misfortune is always bad. Misfortune, that's the whole essence of misfortune. It's not bad. It's not good. So when happen bad things, so we have to understand that it's only like a car wash. It's only like a flood. It's only coming to wash away the bad things. Our bad attitudes, our bad, what are they called? Priorities, our bad paradigms, our bad, the misconceptions and axioms about what the world is about, bad religions, right? Like it says, when Moshiach is going to come, it's going to wipe out. There won't be any religions. There's no more Christianity, no more Islam, no more. These are all mistakes. These are all mistakes. These are like, a drowning person grabs at anything, right? Grabs at anything to save themselves. And so, even though there's a certain amount of truth in these religions, because they take certain aspects from the Torah, or like in the Eastern religions, they take from certain, how do you say, awareness that people have. They also those things also came from the Torah. It says that Abraham sent his offspring to the east. In any case, the Rebbe here is trying to tell us, giving a clear picture of what's going on. If bad things happen, God forbid that bad things happen to a person, and there is tragedy, or there is pain, or there is sickness, or whatever. So a person has to understand that it's all part of this amazingly massive plan of the whole entire creation, in order, and somehow or other, I have been picked out for these not good things to happen. And it's only just to bring us to our true identity, something that cannot be washed away, something that cannot be erased, which is inside of every person. But in order to get to this, it has to be the erasure process, the erasing process of things that are not good, is sometimes very confusing and very real, unless we put our minds on the right thing. And that's what the Rebbe says, that there's a better light that comes from the darkness, a better light that comes from the darkness, a new type of light. And you should know that that's the basis of Judaism. Abraham was called the first Jew because he stood 10 tests, not because he conquered 10 nations, or he wrote 10 books, or he gave 10 blessings, or he succeeded in whatever it is, in 10, and then found 10 gold mines or something like that. No. Abraham succeeded because he figured out that this physical world is here not to bring us down, not to confuse us, not to take away our enthusiasm, but the physical world is here to remove the confusion of the world and reveal the diamond in the world. And that's the thing of the rainbow. That God revealed a rainbow to Noah to reveal that there's something in the world that's eternal. The world, physical world, is eternal. And we just have to reveal it. Because everything else in the world seems to be, very temporal. How do they say, eat, drink, and be merry, for tomorrow we die? It's a false philosophy. Okay. So therefore, the God put us in this world in order to do what's called escafia. Okay. This then brings us, when we reveal the true essence of our soul, the true essence of our soul is love. Love, a tremendous, infinite love of the Creator. There's no way we can possibly repay God for all the good that He's done to us. This is what's called me'odecha. We're serving God with all of your being. And like I explained to you yesterday, that the motto of Judaism is a sentence in the Bible, in Deuteronomy. Listen, Jews, understand, Jews, God is our God, God is one. And right after that in the Bible, the next sentence is, you should love God with all of your heart, with all of your soul, and all of your might. And the Rebbe explained these three different levels of love. And the highest level of love is when you realize that everything you have, everything you are, your very life, your very being, the whole world is being created by God all the time. It's an amazing gift. It's a gift of God's love to us. And there's no way we can repay God sufficiently, but we can try. And that's called levavacha, loving God with all of your being. Shu b'li, which is unlimited. Unlimited love and appreciation for God. Like we said before, this is the highest level of love that there can be, because it is kodem yuridata. This is even higher than the level of the love of the soul that it had before it came into a physical body. I mean, I think it's just repeated, but the soul never dies. The death is only when the soul leaves the body, but the soul itself never dies. And the soul has a personality and consciousness and everything. So the soul also has love of God. And listen, the soul, before it comes into the body, it doesn't have a love for money or for pleasures or for or for power or for success or for those things. It doesn't have those things. The soul, before it comes into the body, is not concerned, is not tempted at all. There's no connection with temporary things. When it comes to the body, it's the other way around. Then it gets pleasure from the soul before it comes into the body. It is getting pleasure. It is enjoying the rays of God's presence. But in this world, by means of eskafia and eshapcha, we can transform darkness to light. What's eskafia and eshapcha? I'll explain in a second. That's what's called a better type of light that comes from darkness. Just one moment. I have to close this one. One, אני מגיע.